Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as well as the vast majority of crypto and finance. And with that being said, I hope that you are all having a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are out there in the world. One of the biggest reports that we got to see back in 2023 was this Why Blockchain is Making Waves in Finance report by Ripple. And we can actually see here that over 70% of the global finance leaders say their confidence in the crypto and blockchain industry increased in 2023. Now, within this report, we get a glimpse into what actually matters right now. Now, in this video, we are going to be talking about something very, very significant. How big the world of tokenization is becoming and why XRP with Ripple is at the forefront of it. In this report, and mind you, this is 2023. Now that we are in 2024, a lot of these major financial leaders are now pioneering and looking into crypto processes heavy. And when I say processes, I mean tokenization services, financial services, even liquidity services are a big piece of the pie. Now, if we go to page 8, this is where tokenization becomes a big focus point. So, tokens or digital assets are digital representations of value on the blockchain. We just talked about stablecoins, right? In a recent video, I was addressing how the UK, with the Bank of England, they are ready for stablecoin adoption. Now, their full focus was how CBDCs could also be in different forms, meaning stablecoins could also be, retail forms of the digital pound, for an example. In my opinion, when we really look at everything around us that has any type of value, it will be tokenized. This is going to be a very, very significant change in history. It's going to be one of the biggest changes that we have witnessed in the last, I would say, probably 2, 3, 4, 5 decades. It might even be bigger than anything that we have seen so far. But we have, in essence, anything can be tokenized, including but not limited to currencies such as CBDCs and stablecoins. Real-world assets, liquid or illiquid, like carbon credits, stocks, real estate, and gold, art and collectibles, intellectual property and access rights, tickets, and more. All of this is going to be tokenized. But the big deal here is who's creating the market for this, who's providing the settlement engine for this, who is going to actually pioneer the marketplaces that are needed for something like this to actually happen. We have been addressing how Ripple with Metaco and all of the major acquisitions that we have seen from Ripple in the past couple years are all kind of leading down the path to this. And it seems as though Ripple wants to become that all-in-one package for the tokenization revolution to actually occur. But here we have the key benefits of this. Again, we've been talking about the key benefits around this for a while. This report is not brand new. We've already talked a little bit about this, but the reason why I'm bringing this back up is because we have the $16 trillion opportunity and business opportunity by 2030 for tokenized assets. That's the overall view here from the BCG. Now, I've addressed how this is a very low and conservative overall prediction. In my opinion, I think that this is going to be much larger. In fact, global institutional clients commissioned by the BNY Mellon and conducted by Celent, 97% of them actually agree that tokenization will revolutionize asset management and be good for the industry. Now, that's 97% of institutional clients. 88% of investors are comfortable utilizing a digital representation of currency like stablecoins or tokens as well. So as we look at this revolution, it's already upon us and it's happening. Here are some key factors to look at, right? 72% of finance decision makers expect to explore tokenization as a way to drive innovation over the next 3 years. Assets that would benefit the most from tokenization: 63% online security and data protection tools, 50% stocks. NFTs are anticipated to have meaningful impacts across a variety of use cases as well. Here's where we start to see financial institutions becoming big players. For financial institutions, public stock trading 82% and private share trading 82%. For enterprises, metaverse 67% and access to events and experiences 51%. There's a lot going on here. And here's expected usage is high in the near future. 80+% of global finance leaders are likely to begin using cryptocurrency, CBDCs, and or stablecoins in their business in the next 3 years. So let me ask you this, right? Is the digital revolution upon us? Because in my opinion, it is. And here are some of the largest impact areas: digital banking, fintech, PSP or aggregator, technology, retail banking and commercial banking. Like, at the forefront of the significant impact is banking and finance. It's already happening. Now, why am I bringing this back up? Well, because recently we saw this report get posted by Ripple. And this is on February 2nd. Regulators and global finance leaders see a link between innovation and regulatory clarity. When we look into this, we have new frameworks for regulating decentralized finance. Now, this is a full-on new article by Ripple, and we have many predict a breakout year ahead of decentralized finance, fueled in part by the continued tokenization of real-world assets and mainstream adoption of blockchain and crypto. But achieving this will depend on clear regulatory guidelines. To explore the new ways that this regulation might take shape, Ripple and TRM Labs co-hosted a public-private roundtable, and this was a ton of regulators, industry representatives, and things like that. It's at Singapore FinTech Festival. We have participants noted that decentralized finance would benefit from a singular, agreed-upon definition, increased data sharing between regulatory regimes, and embedded compliance protocols via smart contracts. Remember, right? This is that harmonized approach. And it seems as though regulatory clarity is on its way as well at a time where all of this is coming together. Mind you, XRP already has clarity. XRP is at the forefront of this. Within this, look at the major governing bodies that were included here. The International Organization of Securities Commissions, because again, securities tokenization, that's going to be at the forefront of this tokenization revolution as well. And then also the Monetary Authority of Singapore, who did grant Ripple a major license to pioneer XRP adoption in Singapore around DeFi and institutional grade adoption. And then also, right, when we look at the US, we have even jurisdictions without regulatory frameworks for crypto, like the United States, are making progress, as evidenced by the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, CFTC, Decentralized Finance Report. Similar to other progressive efforts, its overarching goal is to encourage responsible innovation, ensure proper risk management, and establish consumer protection. So, as we look at what's going on here, it seems as though we are witnessing an accelerated push towards adoption and regulatory stance on decentralized finance and DeFi initiatives. This is all based around tokenization of real-world assets. This has now put a ton of pressure on the global landscape of things. Now, mind you, over here we have from Global Digital Finance, GDF has just released its 2023 annual report, Scaling for Success in 2023, real-world asset tokenization moves from the POC to production, while crypto positions for greater adoption, in which industry leaders, financial institutions, regulators, and policymakers share their thoughts on the industry's past year and what is to come for 2024. Look at all of the players here. The International Organization of Securities Commissions, Financial Stability Board, Financial Action Task Force, International Monetary Fund, the European Commissions, DG, FISMA, and also Vera, and industry insights from GDF advisory council members. Look at all of the council members here. Arcix, Block, CC Data, Chainalysis, Crypto.com, DLA Piper, Droid, GSR. We have Metaco there, R3, big players here. All of these players, these are the leaders. And it's massive governing bodies. Guys, 2024 is the year that we need to start taking crypto a little bit more seriously now. And we need to focus on the big players. I get it, right? Looking at how much one XRP is worth in dollars is very significant to everyone. But also, guess what? This is how we get to those much higher prices. Ripple and Zodiac Custody, two great beliefs. Ripple, Zodiac Custody, Ripple Swell 2023, Dubai. I played this clip in a recent video, but I'm going to play it again because what I'm going to lead into here is very significant to know. Big shout to XRP drops for this. Blockchain is here to stay. everything starts with custody. When you get custody right, then we can create interesting solutions on top of that. Now, this is big, especially at a time that we are now starting to see major moves being made around the regulatory and standardization space. Listen closely to this video.
Hi, I'm Julian, so I'm the CEO of Zodia Custody. We were created by Standard Chartered Ventures 4 years ago as a standalone custodian. We also have Northern Trust and SBI on our shareholder. I think what is interesting is why were we created outside the bank even though we are a subsidiary of Standard Chartered? And that I think is oil tankers and speedboats, and we know that story pretty well. But I think the underpinning belief is really twofold. One is that blockchain is here to stay, and secondly, kind of as Adrian said in his opening speech, is that everything starts with custody. And if you get custody right, safe, secure place for your assets, then we can create interesting solutions on top of that.
And remember, this is Adrian Tsunami. I hope that I'm saying that last name right. He is the CEO of Metaco. And remember what he said during the Swell event. He said, once you start to have custody in place, now you have institutions building solutions on top of that. It's kind of like, brick by brick, where the foundation layer is custody services. And then once you have that, now we start to look at much larger use cases. The next big thing will be tokenization after this. And custody is already there. Metaco is already there. That's why Ripple acquired Metaco, so that they could have that all-in-one umbrella, if you will, for these institutions. We have custody is the Gordian knot of tokenization of real economy. Key takeaways from the Global Digital Finance 2023 annual report. Here you can actually have, as the digital asset landscape matures, the spotlight shifts to the foundational role of custody services. Digital asset use cases, particularly those built around custody, emphasize the critical importance of compliant custody platforms integrated with advanced technologies, robust governance frameworks, and also this is where blockchain agnostic is the big focus. That's where we have, being able to choose any blockchain of our choosing. This is also why we talk about this even with Quant Network with Overledger. That allows any blockchain to be tapped in. That's where we start to see a large amount of adoption for the players that actually matter in the space, outside of all the hype and the speculation. Regulated custodians are expected to play a central role, ensuring asset segregation, bankruptcy remoteness, and investor protection. The strategic focus for 2024 lies in recognizing the essential nature of custody services in facilitating the broader adoption and scalability of tokenized assets underpinning the entire digital asset ecosystem. This is also why I say Ripple acquiring Metaco was not just out of random. It was a strategic move on Ripple's side because I do believe that they seen that, guess what? Custody is a crucial piece of the puzzle, and we need to tap into this right now if we want to become an institutional giant for all of these big players out there. And that is what Ripple is doing. They are becoming the breeding ground for institutional grade adoption, especially around the DeFi space. That's also why we have them hiring around the institutional DeFi space for the XRP ledger. They want to build institutional DeFi applications for the XRP ledger. And guess what is going to be utilized for a lot of those major use cases? XRP. Also, how big is the real world asset market in Q4 of 2025? CEO Arkix Graham Rodford, $30 to $50 trillion, all on the XRP ledger trading on Arkix Crypto, Ripple Swell 2023. This is huge. The total market is 1.4 quadrillions. Across any of those asset classes, they're all starting to move on-chain already. Money market funds, tokenized treasuries, the support for stablecoins, the DTCC, see post below. This is the DTCC. You can see all those players. This is from Securrency. The DTCC did recently buy Securrency, but check this video out. This is absolutely insane.
No, well, I'm probably a bit more bullish, but I have been for 6 years and we're slightly behind my original projections. But the total market is 1.4 quadrillion, everything that's ever out there. And if you start looking across any of those asset classes, they're all starting to move on-chain already. And the ease with which we've seen people interested in money market funds, tokenized treasuries, and those types of instruments, the support for stablecoins, when you're talking about replacing cash, when I see DTCC, Euroclear, Clearstream, You know, it only takes one of them to flip onto natively digital, and that's trillions of assets on its own that move. So, you know, tens of trillions, I think we could see. And bearing in mind it's 1.4 quadrillion, this is still a tiny slice of a huge market. You know, 30 to 50 trillion, all on XRP, all trading on Artex.
Here we go, $50 trillion. 2 years from now, Ripple, Twitter will replay the session.
No.
Now, listen, is this going to happen? Is this guaranteed? No. But guys, could you imagine $30 to $50 trillion on the XRP ledger? That would be insane. Now, the reason why I focus on Artex is because for all of those individuals out there, you probably already know that Artex is moving very fast within the space. They're already utilizing Hedera as well. They've been working with Hedera. They've been working with the XRP ledger. They have been coming together and actually pioneering this tokenization revolution. But guys, $1.4 quadrillion, $30 to $50 trillion possibly on the XRP ledger, trading on it in Q4 of 2025. This would make sense considering the fact that David Schwartz did say that 2024 is where we start to see the major revolution happening. And remember, Artex with Metaco, with Ripple, this is a powerhouse around tokenization. This is why we focus on this. This is why everything that I just went over, frameworks, regulations, the custody services, this is all crucial. And I personally believe that when we are talking about $30 to $50 trillion on the XRP ledger, why is this possible? Because everything is already in place. You have the custody services. You have the liquidity services. This is also why AMM is huge as well for opening doors of massive amounts of liquidity on the XRP ledger. But then everything, settlement engines, everything is already there. Everything all under one umbrella. Now tell me how you cannot be extremely bullish on the future around XRP and even with Ripple. I don't get it. I see so much FUD, so much negativity. Yet these are the people that actually matter. These are the ones that are talking and you should actually be listening to them. Not some guy on X that is saying, hey, XRP is a scam because of this, because of that, with zero evidence at all. This is why it's all noise unless you're actually listening to those that have experience, that have been, working around this space for a very long time, because they see this firsthand. They are working with the big players. They're not sitting here and looking at every single post that's coming up on their X feed about how XRP is this, XRP is that. Focus on what actually matters. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys would definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on because more free content. To get some more, welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.